Granny, I'm so sorry.
This message is brought to you by the Grenada COVID Crisis Group and the Grenadians United in Virginia.
No matter your beliefs, whatever your dreams, we all have one thing in common. We call these islands home. Beautiful Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. However, they are threatened by our actions. But we can collectively begin a new path in which our economic prosperity and well-being does not irreparably damage our islands. Let's use our natural resources in conscious and sustainable ways so that future generations too can enjoy our home. Let's care for our environment and keep it litter-free and beautiful. Let's all pledge to take action against climate change by changing our behavior and changing our lifestyles to protect our environment. Join us today and let's keep Grenada green and clean.
We are back. It is back. Printing is back. The Grenada Informer newspaper will be on newsstands island-wide with a special Independence edition.
Your vehicle insurance should never break your bank. With Beacon, you can get up to 35% off your fully comprehensive car insurance and still get full protection from unexpected damages with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. When it comes to your insurance, always be sure you settle for more. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get a quote today.
Do you think you can cook? Register now for the second annual MTV Maggie Independence Cook and Win competition. For registration details, contact 440-8171.
It's Wednesday, 26th January 2022, and you're watching the evening edition of news here on MTV. The top stories this evening: citizens call on lawyers to honor commitments when retained for their services. Educators are encouraged to accommodate the safe return of students as virtual learning cannot replace in-person teaching. And in sports, GFA Premier League scheduled to resume this weekend at the Kirani James Athletics Stadium. We have the details to these and more after the break.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
You have been waiting on it all year. Now it's your chance to make this Christmas better than ever. Get the extra cash you need with the Make This Christmas Better loan from the GUT Credit Union. Get up to $50,000 to celebrate your Christmas and make your holiday dreams come true. Home improvements, new furniture, a vehicle, debt consolidation, or even a vacation. We can help you get there. Yes, you can. Make this Christmas better with the GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening. With the news in detail, I am Tonya St. Louis Lawrence. Several Grenadians in the diaspora have shared their dissatisfaction with their encounters with some members of the legal fraternity with our news desk. One of the most recent being that of a Grenadian woman based in England who has retained the services of a prominent lawyer based in St. George's for more than a year, and nothing was done in her matter, nor was she able to get a refund. And according to her, he keeps making excuses rather than acting on her behalf. Grenadians have been placing several calls to our news desk in recent times, complaining of making payments to several well-known attorneys at law retaining their services but are not receiving representation. According to them, they are given excuses by these attorneys that they are carrying out investigations in the matter, but they do not appear in court on their behalf or seek their interest, nor are they able to receive refunds. For some, they are exhausted and need direction as to the route they can use to get justice. Well, the Grenada Bar Association, together with the General Legal Council, which was established for the purpose of the Legal Profession Act, is a body installed to deal with concerns of the legal profession and in particular with regulating and upholding standards of professional conduct. Section 34 of Act 25 of 2011 Legal Profession states that a client alleging to be aggrieved by an act of professional misconduct committed by an attorney at law may make an application supported by an affidavit of facts of which he complains to the council to require the attorney at law to answer to the allegations. The council may initiate an investigation in respect of the conduct of an attorney at law in the matter or hearing before any court where the judge considers that any act of professional misconduct has been committed by an attorney at law. He may refer the matter to the council. A complaint against an attorney at law for professional misconduct shall not be brought more than 3 years after complaints to the council, the date of occurrences of the facts giving rise to the complaint, or the date of knowledge of the facts giving rise to the complaint of the complainant. An application to the council requiring attorney at law to answer allegations contained in an affidavit shall be made in writing under the hand of the applicant and shall be sent to the secretary of the council, together with an affidavit by the applicant stating the facts on which he relies on in support of this application. The council, before fixing a date for the hearing of a matter, may require the applicant to supply further information and documents relating to all allegations as it thinks fit. If the council, after hearing an application, is satisfied that the allegations made against the attorney at law constitute professional misconduct, as the case may be, the council may advance the disciplinary proceedings. The council consists of a judge, who may be a retired judge nominated by the Chief Justice, the Attorney General, or the Solicitor General in his absence, one representative from the Grenada Conference of Churches, two representatives of the public nominated by the Governor General acting on his or her own deliberate judgment, and 3 members nominated by the Grenada Bar Association. The newly elected executive of the Grenada Bar Association shares the focus of the team during their stint at the helm. Led by well-known attorney at law Derek Sylvester, the team already met to chart the way forward for the fraternity. Donella Hostin has more.
2 weeks into office, the newly appointed executive of the Grenada Bar Association has already started working towards making changes as it relates to legislation. According to President of the GBA, Derek Sylvester, there are approximately 18 pieces of legislation that have since been looked at by the association. He highlighted one of the legislations which he believes will be of particular interest to many, the Cohabitation Bill.
We intend to examine all the legislation that intend to be passed. There were 18 pieces of legislation that has since been passed to the Bar Association. We have had comments from our numerous colleagues, and I thank each and every one of them for giving their comments and their contribution, and that has since been sent back to the Attorney General and the attorney who was responsible for drafting it. One of the very telling piece of legislation is the Cohabitational Bill, which seek to give legitimacy for property rights for persons who are in a union. That's persons who are in a union, they're not married, but they've been in a union for 5 years or more. So these persons would have an interest in property. So title to maintenance and sort of have a level playing field for persons who are just living together.
Sylvester says although the new team has only met twice since their appointment, they are after a very good start, and they will continue to do the best they can given the circumstances. As it relates to the housing of the halls of justice, Sylvester noted that this is of paramount importance as well, and they are championing the cause. So far, the executive has organized various committees to be in charge of different aspects to ensure that there is delegation among the team, as this, the president says, remains a team effort.
We have embarked upon the forming of numerous committees. We have a committee that will be looking at legislation. We have an entertainment committee. We have a committee that will be dealing with continuing legal education. So we have various committees, and the reason for that is to ensure that we delegate, and two, we have an effective 12 to 15 months in office.
Sylvester says he is humbled to be in this position of service, and he thanked his legal comrades for having the confidence in him and the other executives to serve for the next 13 to 15 months. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
The Integrity Commission has completed its investigation into the operations of the Carriacou and P.T. Martinique Festivals Board and have found no issue of corruption. The investigation was launched following complaints of possible conflict of interest and insider trading. We get more in this story.
Claims of insider trading and conflict of interest into the operations of the Carriacou and P.T. Martinique Festival Board were the basis of the investigation launched by the Integrity Commission after an official complaint by social activist Valerie Thompson. Following the gathering and analysis of primary and secondary data, the Commission concluded that the issues raised by the complainant did not constitute corrupt practices as defined by the Prevention of Corruption Act No. 15 of 2007. Following its findings, the Commission took the opportunity to address the importance of operational transparency and issued several recommendations for the board's operational improvement, which include legislative amendments incorporating the P.T. Martinique Regatta as a national festival, persons in public life refraining from the appointment of close relatives to public bodies as far as possible or feasible, the application of conflict of interest management principles, such as recusal from meetings by persons who stand to benefit from decisions under consideration by the board. The Commission has also undertaken, in keeping with its mandate, to provide guidance and training to the Festival's Board on the establishment of a conflict of interest management policy and implementation of other operational procedures and protocols to ensure that public trust and confidence are always preserved and enhanced. For MTV News, Rachel Bain.
According to the Pan American Health Organization, children are facing the worst educational crisis ever as a result of the present pandemic. With millions of children yet to return to physical classes, the director says education officials should get children back to school safely because virtual learning cannot replace in-person teaching. Nikita Hostin has more.
According to the director of PAHO, Carissa Etienne, a collaborative effort with the Ministry of Health is needed to bring students back to school cautiously. Speaking at a media press briefing on Wednesday, the director says schools are a safe haven to learn, socialize, receive mental health support for some students, especially during this time.
As countries in the Southern Hemisphere welcome kids, teachers and staff back to the classroom, and as countries in the Northern Hemisphere enter the flu season, we remind countries that PAHO has published detailed guidelines and considerations to facilitate the safe return to in-person learning. By promoting mask wearing and social distancing and ensuring adequate ventilation, countries can safely reopen schools.
The director says routine immunization is also needed.
By bringing them in for their medical checkups. But of course, this rests on having the services open and available. Countries must see routine immunizations for what they are, essential. These services were critical before the pandemic, and they remain central to our COVID responses.
Director Etienne says countries should consider the benefits of vaccinating children to further reduce the transmission of COVID-19. She says last week, WHO authorized Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine for children between ages 5 and 12.
Before considering vaccinating healthy children, countries should ensure that coverage among groups at highest risk of COVID-19 disease and death is high. In many countries, particularly our Caribbean islands and territories, vaccine coverage among the elderly and at-risk groups, like health workers, remains low. As countries weigh the benefits of vaccinating children, and as they work to bring back in-person learning, I want to reinforce a point that I made earlier at the top: the need for better and more granular data.
The director says we are far from the end of the pandemic. However, she says we have the tools to control it. Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
Reports are more children are coming down with COVID-19 Omicron variant, which has resulted in some schools opting to remote learning until further notice. Rachel Bain has more.
Speaking to Health Minister Nicholas T, he did confirm that the Omicron variant is highly contagious and is easily transmitted from person to person. Children, he says, are coming down with the virus but are recovering quickly.
Teachers in our schools, if we have teachers in our schools vaccinated and we have public workers vaccinated, there'll be a lot less severe illness. So yes, we would be seeing more children getting sick with Omicron like everywhere else in the world. This disease is the same, They're going to do the same thing to Grenada as it's done to any other country. And the way out is the same way every other country comes out, by vaccination.
Public Relations Officer of the Public Workers Union, Daisy Hazard, says they are concerned about the nation's children and believes government should have delayed the reopening of schools.
The education sector, which is seeing pockets of COVID positive cases across the sector, and I mean that was very predictable. You send children out, they're congregating together. There was definitely no way that you would not see this sort of a school closures and closures of grades and forms as we are seeing. And it's unfortunate because although the COVID is mild, it does affect you very terribly. Education is trying to manage that as best as they can. In terms of the public service or workers, we have not had reports of major pockets of outbreak per se. What we know for sure is that across the entire service, persons are coming down sick.
Chief Education Officer Angela Findlay said there has been an improvement in the number of students attending face-to-face classes.
Throughout the island, data collected for face-to-face classes show an improvement when compared to where we started in week 1 of this term. This week, we have noticed on-site attendance averaging over 70% for most districts. In some cases, it's as high as 85%. And when we come to individual schools, we do have on-site attendance for both teachers and students in excess of 90% as well. Some schools, it's 100%. So this speaks to more persons feeling comfortable and satisfied that they can be on plant and they can engage in learning while keeping themselves safe.
For MTV News, Rachel Bain.
That's the first segment of news. We'll be back after the break.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
You have been waiting on it all year. Now, it's your chance to make this Christmas better than ever. Get the extra cash you need with a Make This Christmas Better loan from the GUT Credit Union. Get up to $50,000 to celebrate your Christmas and make your holiday dreams come true. Home improvements, new furniture, a vehicle, debt consolidation, or even a vacation. We can help you get there. Yes, you can. Make this Christmas better with the GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for playing Waggity Virtual Bingo! And on Sunday, January 30th from 6 p.m., it's appreciation time! Because you can win $10,000 US! Tickets are only $10 US and you'll get one free! Wait, what? Free? Yes! Purchase one ticket and you'll get another absolutely free! Offer ends on Sunday, January 23rd. So hurry and get those tickets now! Available in Grenada from numerous box offices island-wide. Or if you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, January 30th. Join the fun online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo. It's the new way to play Bingo.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we care.
gifts of love with cheer at the communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion showing that we care. With gifts of love with joy.
Welcome back. Representatives of the fire department say there was an increase in the fires on the island for 2021 when compared to that same period the previous year.
Data from the Royal Grenada Police Force reveals that there was an increase in structural fires in 2021 compared to 2022. According to Police Constable Marlon Dorset attached to the Fire Department, the aim for 2022 is to reduce fires by sensitizing the public on the dangers of certain fires and fire prevention measures.
For 2020, we had approximately 150 bushfires. All right? For 2021, we only recorded 72 bushfires. So we see we had a decrease of 52%. All right? For 2020, we had 103 rubbish fire. For 2021, we recorded 76 bushfire, a decrease of 26.2%. All right? We also, for 2020, we had 42 dwelling house fires. For 2021, we had 52 bushfires. Dwelling house fires, sorry. So we see an increase in dwelling house fires by 23.8%. Business house fires for 2020 we had 8, only 8. For 2021 we had 9 business house fires.
According to Constable Dorset, most of the fires recorded are caused by carelessness.
Well, based on the circumstances, a lot of the times we observe that most of the fires are caused by pure negligence. A lot of the times. Negligence by householders, persons being very negligent in they leave iron on, fan on, cooking and leaving the house and go and this kind of thing. You know? So, yeah, negligence is part of the main problem in cause of business house and dwelling house fires.
He shared some of the tips for the approaching of the dry season.
With the approaching of the dry season, we almost here into the dry season, we like to employ on persons. We know that is the time people prepare their lands and so on for planting and so on. We like to employ on them to use the proper channel when they want to do the burning and so on. Because we know the culture in Grenada is like, we have to burn, you know? It's not the proper practice every time, but we like to burn, right? So we want to employ on persons to go through the proper procedure when they intend to burn.
MTV News, Donessa Pancho.
Voter and Civic Registration Officer Ferdinand Phillip continues to appeal to individuals to renew their ID cards and not wait until the last minute or it can place a strain on the system. In a recent interview with MTV, Phillip said although 84,152 people are now registered, according to the latest consolidated voters list, of that figure, not all individuals had their cards renewed.
There is no legislation, there is no authority given to the supervisor of elections to remove anyone from the list because their card is expired. So that 84,145 reflects persons who have been registered as of January or whatever month in 2012, and I believe it's January 2012 that process started. So you were registered then, you are on that list, your card is what is expired, and so we are appealing to persons to please go and have that card replaced.
Although people are registered, they will be required to present their voters' IDs on election day.
Do not wait until the last minute. We want to avoid that because it does put a strain on the system. So we are appealing to persons, utilize that. You know, persons who have not done so as yet, urge them to go and do so, so that the process can be smooth and everyone, would be able to do their due diligence as they go forward to cast their ballot come election day. Because we are aware that as you go to vote, you are on the list, you are expected to present your voter's ID card.
It has been over 2 years since the voter ID cards expired, and with Grenada's general elections constitutionally due in 2023, citizens now have 1 year to renew their IDs in time to participate in the voting process. January 26th is celebrated as International Customs Day. It is a day designated to honor customs officials and agencies for their function in taking care of the flow of goods across the world borders. Minister with responsibility for finance and economic development, Gregory Bowen, spoke on the observance. We get more from Nikita Hostin.
International Customs Day is celebrated to recognize the role of customs officials and agencies and focus on the working conditions and challenges that customs officers face in their jobs. The first International Customs Day was observed in 1983, the 30th anniversary of the inaugural session of the Customs Cooperation Council. In an address to observe the day, Minister for Finance Gregory Bowen recognized the important role customs play at our borders, especially during the pandemic.
As Minister for Finance, I am pleased to join the customs team in this celebration, recognizing the role of customs officers and related agencies in border security, international trade, transport and supply chain management, as well as their contribution to the national economy and the sustainability of Grenada's environmental, social, and ecological fabric. The past year has undoubtedly been and continues to be a challenge for the Customs Division as we continue the ongoing battle against the COVID-19 pandemic. Custom officers have stood as part of our first line of defense, processing passengers, vessels, and aircraft. They have demonstrated adaptability and flexibility in meeting the challenges that the new operational normal requires, ensuring continuous service. Some officers and their families have been directly affected by COVID-19, and we wish them a speedy and complete recovery.
This year, the World Customs Organization is dedicating 2022 to the development of data ecosystems to empower customs procedures across the globe.
This year's theme is rather instructive as we continue to adjust to the current economic climate, scaling up customs digital transformation by embracing a data culture and building a data ecosystem. Customs must continue to work towards digital modernization, achievable only through a continuous iterative process.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
This is where we end the second segment of news. Your weekly health feature is next.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with dread.
We're bringing you gifts of love with cheer at the communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with joy.
We are back. It is back. Printing is back. The Grenada Informer newspaper will be on newsstands island-wide with a special Independence edition.
Grenadians at home and in the diaspora, let's celebrate our 48th anniversary as an independent nation, overcoming adversity, safeguarding livelihood, protecting our future. Events to observe the 48th anniversary of our independence include National Colors Day and Interministerial Display, along with the virtual staging of the Independence Calypso Monarch competition at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium on Friday, February 4th, February 5th from 7 p.m. Cultural extravaganza, Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Both events will be carried live via GIS Channel 22, GIS Facebook and YouTube channel, and the National Celebrations Committee Facebook page. The National Ecumenical Service, Grenada Trade Center, 3 p.m. Sunday, February 6th. Then on Monday, February 7th, Independence Day. It's the military parade and rally, 10 a.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Happy 48th Grenada.
With more, with the NLA's Daily Cash 4. Every day, with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Your vehicle insurance should never break your bank. With Beacon, you can get up to 35% off your fully comprehensive car insurance and still get full protection from unexpected damages with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. When it comes to your insurance, always be sure you settle for more. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get a quote today.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for playing Waggity Virtual Bingo! And on Sunday, January 30th from 6 p.m., it's appreciation time! Because you can win $10,000 US! Tickets are only $10 US! You'll get one free. Wait, what? Free? Yes! Purchase 1 ticket and you'll get another absolutely free. Offer ends on Sunday, January 23rd. So hurry and get those tickets now. Available in Grenada from numerous box offices island-wide. Or if you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, January 30th. Join the fun online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo. It's the new way to play Bingo.
Healthwise and MTV News comes to you compliments Sunrise Diagnostic Center.
Need quality medical service, professional and warm laboratory experience? Tired of waiting days for your lab results to make diagnosis? You have found your solution at Sunrise Diagnostic Center, located at Unit Number 9, New NIS Building, Melville Street, St. George's, and Canal Road, Grenville, St. Andrew, in the hub of the town, catering to your medical needs. Private, accurate, and confidential laboratory service with same-day results. Walk in or schedule your ultrasound with results with 24 to 48 hours. Our opening hours in St. George's are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Canal Road, Mondays to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Open on Sundays and public holidays for emergency calls only. 24-hour on-call service is available for emergency laboratory purposes. We meet you where you are, home or office. Special group rates are available. For more information, you can contact us today.
For this week's edition of Healthwise, Grenada's most decorated bodybuilder, gym owner and fitness enthusiast, Damian Daniel, shares the importance of diet and exercise as a means of combating COVID-19, including individuals who contracted and have survived the virus.
With the rise of COVID-19, we have seen all over where many persons have just really fallen because the whole immune system was weak. So exercising, what it really does, it makes your entire body be able to fight any disease that more or less really comes, let's say, to really attack the entire body. So I'll say in this era right now, with the high rise of COVID-19, I'll advise any person that if you never had thought of exercising to live longer, to fight the diseases, definitely you have to make exercise part of a daily routine for you right now. Dieting, this involving eating healthy, coincide with exercising are the two factors. But to answer you directly right now, I'll say cardiovascular exercises. That is where you will have to do some form of running, like on the treadmill, on the stepper, on the bike. This is where your heart rate have to be up. Most of the times also you could also incorporate weight training. But with the weight training, you're talking about you're training more like on from one exercise to the other. So more or less you're doing circuits. So once you combine, let's say the treadmills, the stepper, the stairmasters, and incorporated like the biceps, triceps, shoulders in a circuit way, definitely this is the way to go right now. I say to these people, trust me, once you have given a second chance, put it like this, a second chance of living, a second chance of life, you definitely have to make some form of change. Don't make a short-term change. You should make this a lifestyle. A lifestyle meaning that you have to incorporate this, even though it's 2 or 3 days per week, you have to do some form of exercising, where if it's not the gym, where you have to do some form of maybe hiking, swimming, all these are forms of exercising. Most persons, for example, may want to lose weight and stuff. Yes, you may lose the weight through maybe walking, running, jogging, but you definitely have to involve some form of weight training. This is where more or less you tones up the muscles and you have the body looking all tight and, presentable. So once you more or less have contracted this virus, I'll say to any person, definitely don't make this a one-time something, maybe for 3 weeks or so. Make this a lifestyle. Make this part of you. Once you make this part of you, definitely any virus or any disease that more or less come, your body will be able to fight it. Because what? You are much more healthier. You're eating healthy, you're exercising, so your pores and stuff are all open, all freely. So definitely, you definitely will live longer.
You're watching the MTV Evening News. More news when we come back.
Healthwise at MTV News came to you compliments Sunrise Diagnostic Center.
Need quality medical service, professional and warm laboratory experience? Tired of waiting days for your lab results to make diagnosis? You have found your solution at Sunrise Diagnostic Center, located at Unit Number 9, New NIS Building, Melville Street, St. George's, and Canal Road, Grenville, St. Andrew, in the hub of the town, catering to your medical needs. Private, accurate, and confidential laboratory service with same-day results. Walk in or schedule your ultrasound with results with 24 to 48 hours. Our opening hours in St. George's are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Canal Road, Mondays to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. open on Sundays and public holidays for emergency calls only. 24-hour on-call service is available for emergency laboratory purposes. We meet you where you are, home or office. Special group rates are available. For more information, you can contact us today.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Arizo. Arizo is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
Time now for the latest developments from across the region.
Good evening with tonight's MTV Regional Roundup. I am Clifton James. US Coast Guard officials are searching for 39 people who are feared missing after their ship capsized on Saturday night off the Florida coast. Officials were alerted on Tuesday morning after fishermen spotted a man clinging to the hull of a boat 45 miles from the city of Fort Pierce. The survivors said the group had embarked from Bimini, Bahamas on Saturday night and hit foul weather. US officials say the boat may have been part of a human smuggling venture. In the Bahamas, the man who killed his girlfriend and then turned a gun on himself was evading police before the murder-suicide on Saturday. Police Commissioner Paul Roll spoke of the incident in this Our News report.
Says officers were looking for the victim's fiancé after she called police to make a report of damage to a vehicle. After initially telling Our News that the woman made a report to the Grove Police Station, Roll later clarified that she declined to make an official report. The 24-year-old man, who died in hospital last night, was on bail for shooting at his fiancé's sister and another woman in a domestic incident last April.
Police have been looking for the young man, and I've given instruction to have his bail revoked.
The victim, identified by family as 21-year-old Heavenly Trevius, leaves behind a 1-month-old baby. Her killing ignited debate on social media about domestic violence and protecting women who find themselves in abusive relationships. Some criticize the police handling of domestic matters, saying that oftentimes police are reluctant to intervene because of a perception that many women go back to their abusers. Roll says it's something they see in court cases where partners withdraw complaints. Still, he admits that officers need to always take those matters seriously.
Obviously, when officers are dealing with the same matters over and over, I suppose that there comes a time when they may very well adopt that attitude. But, my thing to them is to, notwithstanding the individual may come back and withdraw, let us follow the law and do that which is required of us. And that's what you'll be seeing happening, and that has been happening.
Roll says police received domestic violence sensitivity training last year, and it's something he says has to be ongoing.
Opposition leader in Belize, Patrick Faber, has resigned his position, as well as that of the leader of the main opposition, United Democratic Party, amid a domestic violence row that led police to issuing a warrant for his arrest last week.
Leader of our great United Democratic Party. Both resignations I wish to become effective in a few days on January 31st, 2022.
And just like that, the beleaguered party leader is falling on his own sword to spare the party the hemorrhaging that it suffered under a similar scandal last year, which almost resulted in his ouster. The death knell was sounded on Friday when the chairman of the United Democratic Party publicly condemned Faber's behavior in the wake of yet another ugly mess involving an allegation of domestic violence.
If we stand with the current situation, we will not get the respect of the Belizean people. And it is my job as chairman of the party to say that we do not stand by that. Me specifically as well. I do not support that. I do not defend that. And in the circumstances, for the best interest of the party, he needs to resign, and he needs to resign now.
Earlier today, Faber cancelled a scheduled press conference and opted instead to release a recorded statement announcing his pending departure. In the face of a formal statement given by his fiancée, Dr. Shanika Arnold, to police at the Domestic Violence Unit last Wednesday, the besieged politician boldly attempted to save face.
While I maintain that the information circulating about matters with Dr. Shanika Arnold are not the facts, the ills that come with these allegations are simply too much of a burden for me to place on the shoulders of our beloved party. And
meanwhile, over in Barbados, Prime Minister Mia Mottley has announced a new 20-member cabinet. This is a big cut from her previous 26-member cabinet. Mottley last week led the Barbados Labour Party to a second consecutive sweep of all 30 seats in the Parliament. For the first time, Mottley named a Deputy Prime Minister, Santia Bradshaw. In the meantime, she has offered 2 seats in the Senate to the opposition parties. Cuban officials say more than 700 people who took part in anti-government protests last year have been charged with crimes including sedition, vandalism, theft and public disorder. The Public Prosecutor's Office said 172 people had already been tried and convicted without giving details. Families and activists have criticised the trials as unfair and say the sentences are disproportionate. Clifton James, MTV Regional Roundup.
This is the MTV Evening Edition of News. We'll be back after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Arizo. Arizo is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
You're watching the MTV Evening News. Sporting highlights are next.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Your vehicle insurance should never break your bank. With Beacon, you can get up to 35% off your fully comprehensive car insurance and still get full protection from unexpected damages with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. When it comes to your insurance, always be sure you settle for more. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get a quote today.
Spring water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Now you love Super 6
even more.
With more money to the jackpot galore.
Play more, win more,
have more fun.
With more jackpot money, Super 6 is my number one.
With the new and improved Super 6 game.
The jackpot keep growing and growing and growing.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
GFA Premier League is scheduled to resume this weekend at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. That and more coming up in sports. Rachel Bain has this evening's sporting highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. The GFA Premier League is scheduled to resume this Saturday, January 29th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium, with all matches to be played there for that ground. 6 rounds are remaining in the 2021 competition, with reigning champions Paradise FC at the top of the table with 31 points. A close second is Hurricanes SC on the same points, but a lesser goal difference of 27. In third place is Hard Rock on 21 points. Scheduled this weekend, Shantimel FC and FC Camahan will go head-to-head on Saturday from 6 p.m. Queen's Park Rangers FC and 1969 Eagles Super Strikers will play from 8 p.m. On Sunday, Hard Rock FC versus Hurricane Sports Club at 5:30 p.m. and from 7:30 St. John Sports versus Paradise FC International. Sab Spartans Sports Club will play against Montreal Sports Club on Wednesday from 7 p.m. The GFA advises that all COVID-19 protocols will be in place at matches, and teams will be required to provide the names and information for each player and staff beforehand for contact tracing purposes. It must be noted that Premier League matches will not have any spectators, as advised by the Ministry of Health, to help minimize the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Matches will be streamed live on GFA platforms. Work continues on community projects in Boca St. George, including the playing field and basketball court. Sports coordinator Colin Peters says the project is being rolled out at a cost of $190,000 EC dollars.
That upgrade of all our fields for over the last couple of years have been a priority. You know, our budget this year and last year we had put down a couple of fields that we had upgraded to make sure that the facilities are the best. If you look, you see we have done Willis, we have done the Palms, we do a couple other facilities. So Boca was done on that upgrade, on that listing to be upgraded, and I'm happy to be here today. I've been here before with the contractor looking at the scope of work, and I must say I'm pleased that he actually started. The work entails basically winner bleachers 40 feet long, a covered stand, and about 8 rows of seating. We will be able to accommodate the capacity of maybe 150 persons. We're also doing the drainage because we heard of the problem, and we have seen the problem with the waterlog of the field. We know the rich history of Boca and the community sports, you know, and even Boca at Intercall in the days, you know, for many of the Charmaine Ross and Conrad Francis. So we had put a lot into to make sure that when we're doing it, we do it properly.
Contractor of the project is Anthony Douglas.
Falling down while we walking. The water is coming down from a drain which is consistent, just keep coming. So it's a lot of work with it, you know. But we have some good workers here that will pull through, and we believe in them.
West Indies women opened their tour of South Africa on a winning note when they defeated South Africa Women's 11 by 53 runs in a warm-up match at the Imperial Wanderers Stadium in Johannesburg. Batting first, West Indies women posted 202 all out from 46.5 overs. Shameen Campbell top scored with 42 of 48 deliveries, which included 5 fours, followed by Rashada Williams with 30 of 73, including 3 fours. Nadine de Klerk returned the best bowling figures for South Africa Women's 11 with 7-0 and 27 for 3, followed by Tumi Sekihuni with 5 for 1 and 20 for 2. Tazim Brits and Delmarie Tucker top scored for South Africa Women's 11 with 32 and 24 respectively. And that has brought us to the end of MTV's Evening Sports. I am Rachel Bain.
That's the sports, the weather, and a recap of the top stories after the break.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
Good evening again, viewers, and with Wednesday night's weather forecaster, meteorologist Wayne Williams. Showers from last night continue throughout the day today as that area of moisture and cloudiness continue to affect the Eastern Caribbean. The islands of Barbados, St. Vincent and St. Lucia saw the brunt of those showers, but we did get our fair share here. Clear skies over the Northern Caribbean, a bit of patchy cloudiness over Haiti, and the Dominican Republic also brought some isolated showers today. Zooming in a bit closer, that area of cloudiness continues to affect the islands. It's moving gradually to the west, but we do have lots of low-level moisture entering the region, so we can expect some more showers tonight and continuing into Thursday. Wednesday night's forecast is for most scattered showers, about a 50 to 60% chance of that happening. Northeasterly winds a bit lighter tonight, 5 to 15 miles per hour. The moon is going to rise tomorrow morning at 1:46 and set tomorrow afternoon at 1:34. Minimum of around 23 will be the temperature tonight. Variable cloudy conditions again on Thursday with scattered showers, northeasterly winds 12 to 24 miles per hour. Moderate seas, 4 to 6 foot waves, sunrise is at 6:32. Sunset 6:07. The temperature is still going to climb to around 33, but it will feel more like 36. Sunshine and lots of it in Port of Spain and Kingston. Some morning showers in Bridgetown, and then they would see sunny conditions in the afternoon. Cloudy in Miami. Lots of sunshine also in New York. It's a bit warmer, high of 1, a low of -2. London will be partly cloudy. Back here to Friday would again see partly cloudy conditions with about a 40% chance of showers, but on Saturday and Sunday there is a stronger probability that we could see some showers. Then Monday will be partly cloudy. That will continue into Tuesday. From Wednesday, fair conditions should return and prevail. That's it for me for Wednesday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Remember, you can join me again on Thursday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
To end the news, a recap of the headlines. Citizens call on lawyers to honor commitments when retained for their services. Educators are encouraged to accommodate the safe return of students as virtual learning cannot replace in-person teaching. And in sports, GFA Premier League scheduled to resume this weekend at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Before we go, remember, regardless of the test type you select, a positive test result means that you have an infection and should isolate and inform your close contacts to avoid spreading the COVID-19 virus to others. On behalf of the news and production departments, I am Tonya St. Louis Lawrence, thanking you for watching.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lottery Authority's Daily Pick 3 Evening Draw for today, Wednesday, the 26th of January, 2022. I'm Lexanne Fletcher and I'll be your draw hostess for this evening. Joining me is Ms. Giselle Alexander. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Of course, she's here to ensure the games for this evening are conducted in a fair and accountable manner. The game balls have not been tampered with and are within industry standards. Or just a quick reminder, as always, with the Pick 3 game, you can bet as little as $1 on inline, mix, and pair tickets, and from $2 on backup tickets. Let's find out what the winning numbers will be for this evening. It pays to play. Good luck. All right, do check your tickets. First number is... First number, 5. Second number, 6. Third and final. Third and final is 5. Let's recap. First number up was 5. Second number, 6. Third and final, 5. Well, congratulations if you're a winner this evening, and do stay tuned. Playway Draw is coming up next. We'll see you then.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's time for the Playway Draw for this evening, Wednesday, the 26th of January, 2022. Ms. Giselle Alexander, of course, is standing in with me once again. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Now, don't forget, with the Playway game, all you got to do is bet as little as $1 up to $10 or in increments on any number or dream symbol of your choice, and get to win 24 times the amount you bet. That's $24 for every dollar spent. Let's find out what the winning Playway number will be for this evening. Value your dreams when your way with Playway. Good luck. And the winning Playway number is... This evening's winning Playway number is the number 14, 1414. The dream symbol is Old Woman. Just repeat tonight's winning Playway number 14, 1414. The dream symbol, Old Woman. Congratulations if you're a winner this evening, and do stay tuned. We've got the cash for a draw coming up next. We'll see you then.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's time for the Daily Cash for a draw for this evening, Wednesday, the 26th of January, 2022. Ms. Giselle Alexander is standing in with me once again. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Well, don't forget, with the Cash for a game, you can bet as little as $1 on most of the bet types, with the exception of backup, in which case you bet $2. We certainly hope you got your tickets. Let's find out what the winning numbers will be for this evening. It's more plays, bigger prizes. Good luck. And the first number is, first number up is 6. Second number 6. Third number 8. And the final number 5. All right, let's recap. You got to double check your tickets at this point in time. First number was 6, second number 6, third number was 8, and the fourth and final 5. If you're a winner, congratulations to you. Of course, it's Wednesday. We've got the lotto draw coming up later on. The estimated jackpot is $74,000. We'll see you then.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which start at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just 1 lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Well, good evening once again, viewers and listeners. Welcome back. It's time for the National Lottery Authority's Lotto Draw number 3317 for this evening, Wednesday, the 26th of January, 2022. Tonight's estimated jackpot is $74,000. And of course, joining me once again is Ms. Giselle Alexander. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. If you got your tickets, good luck to you. Of course, let's find out firstly what the free ticket letter will be. Good luck. And this evening's free ticket letter is... this evening's free ticket letter is the letter M as in money. That's M as in money. And it's time to select tonight's 5 winning numbers for the jackpot of $74,000. Good luck. And the first number is, first number up, 7. The second number, 34. Third number up. Yes, third number up is 14. The fourth number is 9. And the final number, 33. Well, as per usual, let's recap firstly.
When a loved one passes on, we the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island. Private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Tyrick Felix of Belle Plaine, St. David, died on Wednesday, January 12, 2022, at the age of 11. He was the son of Sherlin Creedland and Tasman Felix, stepson of Jude, grandson of Angela and Gregory Redhead, Lucy Augustus, and Cleeton Creedland, brother of Jamorley, Jamorian, Shanique, and Catalia, nephew of Angel, Tyrrell and Garvin Redhead, Marcus and Lisa Bowen, Roger Augustus, Kim Creedland, Karen, Tamika, and Tamara Creedland. Many other aunts and uncles in Grenada, Canada, and Suriname. Close cousin of Aidan Creedland and Joshua and Nikita Hastic. Close family friend, Deshawn Frame. Godmother, Ursula. Other relatives and friends including the Augustus, Telesford, Lalion, Felix, Sylvester, Hyacinth, Bailey, Creedland, Charles, Hastic, Antoine, and Reuben families, the principal, staff, and PTA and students of the St. Paul's Government School, specifically Miss Gulston and the grade 6 class, the principal and staff of the Pomerose RC School, and specifically Miss Patsy Klein, and neighbors and friends of Belle Plaine, Spring Garden, and Pomerose, and in the USA, England, Canada, Carriacou, and in Trinidad, too numerous to mention. The funeral service for the late Tyrick Felix of Belle Plaine, St. David will be held privately, followed by private interment. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Jermaine and Patricia Francis Noel, also known as Sister G, of Vendome St. George, who resided at Caruth St. Andrew, passed away on Friday, 7th January at the age of 91. She was the adopted mother of Leo, Wayne, Wendy, Hazel and Modeste in the USA, sister of Phyllis Williams in Bolio, Marita Modeste in the USA, Monica and Christopher Francis in Canada, sister-in-law of Marcia, Wilma, and Anthea Francis in Canada, many nieces and nephews in Grenada, Trinidad, the USA, Canada, and England, including Glenna and Dunbar Harford, Robert and Gemma Francis, children of the Williams, Bartholomew, Modeste and Francis families, Angela Edwards, Dawn Mitchell, and Jackie Powell, many grandnieces and nephews in the USA, Canada, and England, including Carleen Harford, many other relatives and friends, including the parish priest and parishioners of Bolio, Vendome, Boca, and surrounding parishes, parishioners of Grenville Catholic Church, the Curcio movement in Grenada, St. Vincent de Paul Society, Legion of Mary, and the Catholic community, the Francis and Bartholomew families, Eileen Jeffers in Canada, Miss Jean Fisher, Augustine Steele, Gemma Paul, Alva Horsford, Martha Alexander, Elise Noel, the staff and residents of the Cecilia's Home for the Aged, friends and neighbors of Vendome and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Jermaine and Patricia Francis Noel, also known as Sister G, of Vendome St. George, who resided at Caruth St. Andrew, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to LaCour Brothers Funeral Home.
Teresa Bailey, also known as Joan John of Charlottesville, Pedmotor, St. David, died on Monday, 3rd January 2022, at the age of 76. She will be remembered by her children Joan, Curtis, Ingrid, Asha Bailey and Kelvin Thompson. Sisters Maria John, Janet John, Helen John and Anastasia Williams. Brother Henry St. Bernard. Daughter-in-law Anne Bailey. Grandchildren Kira, Aisha, Kurt, Crystal and Natalia Bailey, Kaylin and Yesheri Hines, Adiola Cantave, Gavon Stewart, Stephen Cato, Simone and Siobhan John, and Andromeda Thompson. Caregiver Denise DeGans. Many nieces and nephews. Relatives and friends including the John family of Lafemme and Hermitage, the Vincent family of Padmatar, and neighbors and friends of Charlottesville and the Windsor Forest Seventh-day Adventist Church. The funeral service and interment of the late Teresa Bailey, also known as Joan John of Charlottesville, Padmatar, St. David, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's funeral home. Joseph Findlay Tavernier, BEM, also known as Jojo, Moye and One Love, of Edward Street, Grove, St. John, passed away on Friday, 31st December 2021, at the age of 70. He was the husband of Aleth Gloria Tavernier, father of Rosemary, Glenna, Clara, also known as Dawn Marie, Tisha, and Arnold, grandfather of 16, including Kimon, Josh, Kayvon, Kimberly, Kimley, Hazim and Hanaya in Grenada, Terence and Lama in the USA, and Kellon in London, great-grandfather of Josh, Enki, Kayonte, Kaelan, and Lakeem, adopted grandfather of Greg Peters and Bestem Chase, brother of Lorna Menz, Sharon Moss, Lima Strawn, Denvin Menz, Crispin Menz, and Tony Menz, brother-in-law of William and Tony Modeste and Mosley Pear, father-in-law of Hazel Ann and Henry Alexander, uncle of many, including Emma and Peter, many other relatives and friends, including Barry Alexis, the Alexander, Tobis, Benjamin, Walker, and Grant families, the Perrott family in the USA, the Glean family of Palmist, Rochelle Collins, the Small family, the Taylor family of Douglaston, David Lewis and family, the fishermen of Wove, Carriacou and Petite Martinique, and friends and neighbors of Wove and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Joseph Findlay Tavernier, BEM, also known as Jojo, Moye and One Love, of Edward Street, Grove, St. John, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Magdalene Constance Hopkin Buckmeyer, also known as Granny, of Upper Capitol, St. Andrew, passed away on Sunday, 9th January 2022. At the age of 83. She was the mother of Yvonne Smith, Geneva Chitterman, Amy Langdon, and Paul Hopkin in Canada, Stedman, also known as Brother, Dominic, also known as Tone, and Alfred Hopkin, Aloma Walker, and Theodore Hopkin, sister of Charles Hopkin in the USA, grandmother of 12, including Michael Smith, Ninden Sammy Chitterman, Katisha Hopkin, Joel Hannibal, Ashaki Lessie, and Irvin Langdon, great-grandmother of 16, mother-in-law of Lennox Langdon, Joanne Hopkin in Canada, and Samuel Walker and Miriam Smith, sister-in-law of Joanne Buckmeyer and Isabel Buckmeyer, aunt of Norma Entwine, Serene, Joe and Tate Marshall, Evan Pursue, Carly Hopkin, Alan Pursue, Lennox, Conrad, Alston, Joan McIntyre, Esna and Dennis Henry, and Wendy Charles. Many cousins, other relatives and friends, including the Methodist congregation in Grenada, Che Charles, Esther Hope, the Hopkin family of Grandbra and Grove, the Marshall and Chateau families, the Goodings family of Grandbra and Willis, the Seeley family of Paddock, the Hobson family of Tempe, the Philip and Felix families of Upper Capitol, Judith MacLeod, John Wells, and friends and neighbors of Upper Capitol, St. James and Birchgrove, St. Andrew. The funeral of the late Magdalene Constance Hopkin Buckmeyer, also known as Granny, of Upper Capitol, St. Andrew, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. William Samuel, also known as Brother Will and Brother Sam, of Victoria St. Mark, passed away on Tuesday, 18th January 2022, at the age of 72. He was the brother of Gloria Samuel, Cheryl Prince, Oswald Darbo, and Sylvia Ogias, brother-in-law of Verald Prince and Wilfred Ogias, uncle of Chakima and Karima Prince, Tahira Prince Augustine, Darcel Darbo Sleem, Damien Darbo, and Lorian Newton, grand-uncle of Isaiah and Sahir Augustine, Keston Patterson, Khaleesi and Kyrie Sleem, and Damia Darbo, uncle-in-law of Ian Augustine. Caregivers Rosalind Matthew, Jacqueline Phillip, Travis Roberts, and Sister Crossley. Many relatives and friends including Gordon and Clara Batiste, Jane and Cameron Monroe, Heather and Colette Batiste, Clifford and Dana Monroe, Norma Isaac and Norbert Gehagen, all in Canada, Finda and Basil Gehagen, the Noel family, Teresa and Charville Morgan, Hermie Fraser, Olive Farrier, Marcia and Pat John, and Marva Denner, all in the USA, Pat Fletcher, Rhonda Evans, Claudia and Keeson Ferguson, the Dragon family, Sister George, Judy and Molly George, Michael Sylvester, Rocky, Kalfani, the pastors and members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and friends and neighbors of Victoria and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late William Samuel, also known as Brother Will and Brother Sam, of Victoria St. Mark, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Veronica Wells, also known as Vera Hector Joseph, of Concord St. John, who resided at Cherry Hill St. George and the USA, passed away on Thursday, 13th January in the USA at the age of 87. She was a mother of Angelina Dina Edwards, Jean Wells and Beverly Oliver in the USA, and John Snake Wells in Grenada. Adopted mother of Sandra Nicholas Harrison in the USA, grandmother of Eric and Joshua Edwards, Darcia Cece Amber Wells, Brielle and Gavin Oliver, and Allion Wells, great-grandmother of Janae Athon, Josiah, Abigail, Malachi, and Aviel Wells, sister of Marcia Clark in Barbados and Lebon Louison in Grenada, mother-in-law of Judy Lacario, Alice Coutain, and Gregory Oliver, aunt of many in the USA, Canada, Barbados, and Trinidad, including Sherian, Wendy, and Jillian Wellington, Tiffany, Tonya, and Tamisha Clark, Ariel and Rhea Joseph, Albert Matthew, and Gregory Hector, sister-in-law of Peter Brian Wellington and Casper Clark, close cousin of Catherine Faith Joseph. Many other relatives and friends including the Hector and Joseph families of Concord, Guave and Pedmata, surrounding families and friends of Cherry Hill and Fontenoy. The funeral service for the late Veronica Wells, also known as Vera Hector Joseph of Concord St. John, who resided at Cherry Hill and the USA, will take place on Saturday, 29th January in the USA.
Bernadette Robinson of H.A. Blair Street, St. George's, died on Friday, 21st January 2022, at the age of 77. Left to mourn 5 sisters, Germaine Fortune and June Stewart in Grenada, Carol Pear and Veronica Cruikshank in the USA, and Claudia Mitchell Evans in Jamaica. 4 brothers, David Fortune and Renix Robinson in Grenada, George Robinson in the USA, and Jeffrey Robinson in St. Thomas. 53 nieces and nephews, including Keisha and Roger Pear in the USA, Kurt Devonish, Charlene and Ferdinand Phillip in Grenada. Many other relatives and friends, including Betha DeCoto and Rosalind Smith and families in the UK, Anne-Marie Lewis and William Ryan and families in the USA, Stephanie Alexander and family in Trinidad, Jeru Thompson, Barbara Simpson, Ashley Went and their families in Grenada. Sisters and brothers-in-law, including Claude Stewart, William Evans, Jocelyn, Denise, Laurel, Jean, and Maureen. Caregivers Kamala, Sister Leslie, Angel, and Monique. Friends and neighbors in the United Kingdom, Trinidad, Park Lane, and the St. George's Anglican Community. The funeral service and interment of the late Bernadette Robinson of Asia Blair Street, St. George's, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Don R. Charles, also known as Papa Mouthdry, of Queen Street, Victoria, St. Mark, passed away in Spartanburg, South Carolina on Thursday, January 20th, 2022. He was the father of Tiffany, Deacey, Dawson, Dantley, and Shamika, brother of Odessa, Maria, Bernadette, Bernardine, Hugh, Janice, Joy, Winston, Loxton, Shermer, Nessie, and Euland. Uncle of many including Brian, Neil, Israel, and Lemuel. Brother-in-law of Desmond Lyons and Hilary Charles. Cousin of Cecilia, Alton, Laurel, Jacinta, Rex, and Hess. Best friend of Lena Charles, Terina Fraser, and Elaine Miller. Many other friends including Cat Bull and Rambo. The funeral service and interment of the late Don R. Charles, also known as Papa Mouthdry, of Queen Street, Victoria, St. Mark, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Lavinia Anastasia Julian, also known as Griselda, of Montreal St. Patrick, passed away on Saturday, 8 January, in London, United Kingdom, at the age of 93. She was a mother of Bob, Kenneth, also known as Ken Youngblood, Val, Joseph, Gary, also known as Nasty, Philip, Addis Julian in the UK, aunt of Ralda James in the UK, Rita, Ruby, Denise, also known as Nurse, and Tomel in Grenada, Denny, Pauline, Dave, Devon, and Darian in Canada, and Debbie in the USA. Grandmother of 9, great-grandmother of 7, great-great-grandmother of 2. The funeral service of the late Lavinia Anastasia Julian, also known as Griselda of Montreal St. Patrick, will be held on Thursday, 10th February, in London, UK.
Rita Patricia Maxime of Springs St. George passed away on Wednesday, 26th January 2022, at the age of 98. The funeral arrangements for the late Rita Patricia Maxime of Springs St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Tevin Che Amere, also known as Tata Cat, of New Hampshire St. George, died on Monday 24th January 2022 at the age of 28. The funeral arrangements for the late Tevin Che Amede, also known as Tata Cat, of New Hampshire St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Martin Roland Williams of Independence Avenue, St. George, passed away on Saturday, 15th January 2022 in the USA at the age of 56. The funeral arrangements for the late Martin Roland Williams of Independence Avenue, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Julian Bagwan of Corinth, St. David, passed away on Sunday, 23rd January, at the age of 76. The funeral of the late Julian Bagwan of Corinth, St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Clayton Nathaniel Telesford, also known as Sit Down and Telly, of Windsor Forest, who resided in P.T. Buckeye, St. David, died on Friday, 7th January, at the age of 80. The funeral arrangements of the late Clayton Nathaniel Telesford, also known as Sit Down and Telly, of Windsor Forest, who resided in P.T. Buckeye, St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Adolphus Sylvester, also known as Beck, of Laborie, who resided in Tortola, passed away on Saturday, January 8th, at the age of 74. The funeral arrangements of the late Adolphus Sylvester, also known as Beck, of Laborie, who resided in Tortola, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Lyndon Decoto, also known as Trouble, Carwo and Compare of Middle River, Grove, St. John, passed away on Thursday, January 20th, 2022, at the age of 55. The funeral arrangements for the late Lyndon Decoto, also known as Trouble, Carwo and Compare of Middle River, Grove, St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anthony Laguerre, also known as Tony and Laguerre, of H.A. Blaise Street, St. George's, an employee of George F. Huggins, died on Monday 17th January 2022 at the age of 61. The funeral arrangements for the late Anthony Laguerre, also known as Tony and Laguerre, of H.A. Blaise Street, St. George's, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Anthony Felix, also known as Tony, past principal of the Tivoli Roman Catholic School of Harford Village, St. Andrew, died on Thursday the 13th of January at the age of 71. We'll have funeral arrangements for the late Anthony Felix of Harford Village, St. Andrew, in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Lyris Elvira Purcell, also known as Ma Lear, of River Road, St. George, passed away on Sunday, January 9th, 2022, at the age of 99. The funeral arrangements for the late Lyris Elvira Purcell, also known as Ma Lear, of River Road, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Dorothy Brown, née Lacroix of Melville Street, St. George's, who resided at Marquis St. Andrew, passed away on Thursday, December 30th, 2021 in the USA, at the age of 90. The funeral arrangements for the late Dorothy Brown, née Lacroix of Melville Street, St. George's, who resided at Marquis St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Joan Elizabeth Ventu, also known as Auntie Joan of Birch Grove, St. Andrew, proprietor of St. Andrew's Pharmacy and Justice of the Peace, died on Saturday the 9th of January at the age of 77. We'll have funeral arrangements for the late Joan Elizabeth Ventu of Birch Grove, St. Andrew, in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Laventon David Edwards, also known as Flevy and Elbow Grease of New Hampshire St. George, died on November 29, 2021 in Brooklyn, New York, USA, at the age of 74. The funeral arrangements for the late Laventon David Edwards, also known as Flevy and Elbow Grease of New Hampshire St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Teresa Velda Fleury, also known as Mama, and Velda Alexis of Prospect Hall, Carriacou, passed away on Tuesday, 7th December 2021 at the age of 80. The funeral arrangements for the late Teresa Velda Fleury, also known as Mama, and Velda Alexis of Prospect Hall, Carriacou, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
And verse 13, blessed is the day that died in the Lord. If your loved one died in the Lord, you have nothing to worry about. You could be confident that